That'd be really creepy. Now look over at me while I'm sitting next to you going... What's up, Matt? Kirk FM here with Comic Impact for this week's Top 5 Reviews, the releases of July 29th. We had some pretty cool stuff. Not going to lie, spoiler alert, Jason Aaron pretty much owned this week. Also, we had something very cool with sex criminals happen. I'm actually going to keep that as a special surprise for this video. And yeah, let's get right into it. We had some pretty rad stuff happen. Let's go. Number 5 this week is something I can't believe I'm going to pick. Deadpool's Secret Wars, number 3. I think it's officially Deadpool's Secret Wars. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. It's by Colin Bunn, and it's really good. It's really fun. It actually has nothing to do with the current Secret Wars. It's actually Deadpool's role in the original Secret Wars from the 80s, and I don't know how they did it. It actually will work as a great companion piece to the original Secret Wars series. I am filled with a lot of shame right now. It's on video. I just recommended a Deadpool comic to you guys. I wasn't joking. Let's get into all the Jason Aaron stuff that came out this week that just pretty much annihilated the rest of the competition. Number 4 this week, Star Wars number 7, also by Jason Aaron. This is a very special issue, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes you'll see these filler issues, and if you're a longtime comic book reader, you totally know what I'm talking about. And it's the issue that they put in to get from one story arc to the next, and maybe even like they do a fill-in artist so that the main artist on the series can kind of get a little caught up, because obviously like that is just insane that they keep up with these deadlines. And this issue is amazingly special. It's an Obi-Wan Kenobi-centric issue. It totally fits in how the character was portrayed by Alec Guinness, and then also from the prequels. I don't know how this worked. It's actually really, really good. The spirit of the Star Wars series is amazing and totally recaptures the original series and what Star Wars is all about. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's fantastic. It doesn't feel like a filler issue. It feels perfectly at home with what Jason Aaron is doing with this series. Definitely highly recommend it. Go get it. And moving right along, number 3 this week, again, more Jason Aaron, Thor's number 2. This is the current Secret Wars tie-in. This series is playing out with the Legion of Thors, or the Thor Corps, that governs Doom World, or I should say Battle World, and God Doom. They're his personal, police force. It's written like a police procedural. It's all that good stuff that I was talking about when the first issue came out. This is actually a fantastic series because somehow, some way, he's actually taking a lot of the elements that he was using from his regular Thor series before we had the cut to Secret Wars, and taking those characters and making this murder mystery happen. The Thors are trying to figure out who is killing every version of Jane Foster and all the different versions of different worlds that she exists in Battle World. It's absolutely awesome. Go check it out. Again, Jason Aaron just putting an amazing spin on Thor that I would have never thought possible, and is actually making me interested in the character. Go get it. Alrighty guys, and like I said, I got something special for you. Number 2 this week is Sex Criminals, number 11 by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. I love this series. I champion it all the time, as much as I can. They did something special. 1,000 of these issues went out where Chip and Matt wrote little drawings or doodles or just crude things, probably penises, all over the covers. And you basically had a 1 out of 35 chance to grab one of those issues in these amazingly sexy, pornrific, polybagged copies. We're going to find out if I actually got one this week. Let's do this.
Alright.
Now we open it up. We got this, and there's a note in here. This is weird. Dear Kirk, stop stalking us. It's creepy even by our standards. Seriously, Matt and Chip. P.S. Yes, we really did put this note in every copy just to get our point across. Let's just move on to the rest of the comic. Wow, it's like baby's first Playboy. Alright. I ain't get one. That's okay. I did read it previously because I do have the Brian O'Malley variant that is super sexy, and there's a video on my personal page. You should go check that out. What can I say about Sex Criminals number 11? It is super fun. We are now continuing the adventures of our heroes in their sexcapades as they rob banks. This whole issue happens in Miami. We are now following up and finding other people that are just like them because they stole the sex police's files that they were keeping on all the other people like them in the world. And the reason why I keep bringing up Sex Criminals is because it definitely opens up a dialogue about sex. It's something that's very fun that this comic is addressing. And especially because of the themes in this issue, you meet the various different couples during intimate moments in this series. And it's them having honest conversations about their sex lives. And I think that's something that's really interesting that we should be exploring a little bit more, especially in our lives. Just being open about, our sexual whatevers and what have yous to our partners. And I think that's a very healthy thing, and I'm really glad that this series is exploring that. Love Sex Criminals. I'm not going to stop stalking you guys. I'm sorry you feel that way, but thanks for the note. I'm probably going to frame that too. And we've had a lot of fun, but come on, ignore all that stuff for a second. We got to talk about the disappointment of this week. Wow, this one hurts. Superman 42, it is by Yang and Romita Jr. Not even Romita Jr.'s art can save this issue. How do we talk about this? This is the unveiling of Superman, Clark Kent, his identity to Lois Lane, and it just couldn't have been done any worse. And I think the final insult is that our author Yang doesn't necessarily care about why it's important for Superman Clark Kent to have a secret identity, and it painfully shows in this issue. At one point, we actually have Lois Lane ask Clark Kent, "Now, you're Superman. Why would you even need a secret identity?" To which Superman responds, "I don't know. I just do." If you don't understand why he needs a secret identity, or if it's not important to you, or means anything that he has a secret identity, then that's totally going to show. Please don't have your characters ask other characters questions that you yourself as a writer do not have answers to. And it's lackluster. I was expecting more. Again, I love Romita Jr.'s art, but not even that can save this issue. Guys, get it together on this one. Alrighty, guys. Enough fun games. It's time to get serious. We're going to talk about the number one pick this week, and it's really serious. I'm going to go with Southern Bastards, number 10 by Image Comics, Jason Latour, Jason Aaron. I told you it was a Jason Aaron heavy week, and the truth is, this is the best comic being created and published right now that you should be afraid to read. The title says it all. It has been Southern Bastards. And we always get introduced to one bad character after another, and you don't think that they can get any worse until we get to issue 10. It's been a peripheral character that we've been watching for a while. It's an Esau-centric story, and this asks a lot of really great questions. He's even worse than we originally thought, and he might be one of the worst characters that we've been introduced to yet. And let's talk about the questions that this series is asking in this issue. Is evil decided? Are you chosen to be evil? Do you choose to be evil? Are you like a product of your upbringing? Do you choose to rebel? Or are some people just born mainline bad, evil sons of bitches? And it's so many questions are asked about how Esau became this horrible, horrible creature of a person in this series, and it really kind of makes you start questioning your personal choices and who you are, and you kind of stand back and you wonder how a person gets there. It's still one of the best series out there. I'm very disappointed that it did not get any accolades this year at the Eisner Awards. I do firmly believe this is one of the best series being written. Hopefully this year we'll see it turn around and it'll finally get recognized for it. Jason Latour, Jason Aaron, thank you for creating some of my favorite comics right now, especially Jason Aaron and Jason Latour over with Spider-Gwen, some of the other things that he's creating. You guys are amazing, and you're totally revitalizing some of my favorite stories and comic books right now. Thank you. And there it was, my top 5 reviews, my picks for this week. As always, go over to Comic Impact and subscribe. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTubes. Go over and check out the website. We have podcasts, we have unboxings, we have all sorts of things that you need to be checking out, especially some really amazing things that we're happy to announce in the next few months. Please keep an eye on that website. As always, you can find me on Twitter at KirkLikeStuff. I'm there all the time, just basically doing stupid stuff and putting it on the internet, like this. Also, again, as always, when you make it this far in the video, we really appreciate it. It means that you care just as passionately about comics as we do. Comments down below. Tell me where I got it right. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what I should be reading. Let's open up that conversation. What is your favorite comic that you're reading right now that you don't think other people would understand the appeal of? I want to know that. As always, again, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week. All right, guys? See ya. I have to put the dog in one of these videos one day. All you do is hear her panting and breathing in the background. I promise, it's a dog, not some weird sex slave in the corner of my apartment.